stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please pause for 30 seconds of silence.
Good morning, Grizzlies. This is Avi.
I'm Ypsera.
And I'm Esmeralda with JNN, your Grizzly News Network. Today is Thursday, October 7th, 2021.
It's homecoming week here at Spring Valley, and we are embracing the Nightmare Before Hoko theme. Today, look for twins around campus. It's Twin Day today at Spring Valley, and tomorrow we want to see a sea of blue and white as we celebrate our Grizzly pride heading into the homecoming game that night. If you don't have any Grizzly gear, any navy or white clothing will do.
This week, we are bringing parts of what would normally be our homecoming assembly to you in videos each day. Because of the pandemic, we still cannot have assemblies, but that doesn't stop our school spirit. Here's our student council with today's assembly video.
Good morning, Grizzlies. Today is the second to last day of our Homecoming Spirit Week. My name is Alexis Nelson, and I serve as your student body secretary and treasurer. Today, we would love to showcase our amazing cheer team. Give it up for varsity cheerleading.
We on another level, promise to never settle. Hey DJ, turn up the beat. We about to turn up the beat. I'm waiting for the flames in the fire. Yeah, the party cheer.
Great job, cheer. Now put your hands together for our Spring Valley Dance Company.
Awesome job, Dance. We can't wait to see everyone's moves at homecoming.
Tomorrow, come cheer on your Grizzly staff as they participate in the annual Wing King eating competition. It will be held at the start of both lunches in the quad by the Bear. Check out this year's competitors. For first lunch, we have Mr. Brown, Mr. Boucher, Mr. Clark, and Coach Teal. For second lunch, we have Senor Troche, Mr. Strong, Mr. Tippett, and Mr. Feller.
See you tomorrow for the last day of Spirit Week. Let's see your Grizzly spirit and pride.
It was an intense game yesterday on the softball field as students gave it their all for kickball against the teachers. There were good kicks and even better catches from both our students and staff. Unfortunately for the students, the teachers came to win and in the last inning took the final home runs. Good job, everyone.
Thank you, Stuco. The deadline for your homecoming float is fast approaching. The game and the parade are tomorrow night. Morgan, Maddie, and Bornell bring us some highlights from yesterday and a sneak peek on what you can expect this year.
I'm here with Miss Hahn from Stuco. And who are doing homecoming floats this year?
Well, so far we've had about 6 or 8 clubs and activities sign up, and a couple more have talked to me about it. I know, and each of the class committees and student council, so the 9th grade class, the 10th grade officers and all that, the 11th grade officers, they're each going to do their own float as well.
And what are you looking forward to with these floats?
Well, I'm always looking forward to the history department's America float because it's always super fun. And I've heard a rumor that robotics is trying to make their float have something electronic and make it move. So I'm looking forward to that as well. I always love to see everybody's creativity, so.
Thank you so much. I'm here with Jordan, co-president of the Her Club. What are your plans for the homecoming floats?
So we plan to have silhouettes of women around the wagon, and then we plan to have a Her flag being held by a hand on the top.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
It's not too late for you to participate. This is your chance to show off your organization or club in a creative way. You can use wagons or shopping carts, and the floats will be part of the parade during halftime of the game on October 8th. You will need to let Ms. Hahn know to include your float in the parade and make sure it could be out in the field during the first half of the game.
Grizzlies, if you plan to attend the HOCO block party here on campus this Saturday night, you are going to need tickets. Get your tickets to the Nightmare Before HOCO during both lunches at the banker. Tickets are $20. Once you pay the banker, bring your receipt to the Stuco representative by the Grizzly Bear in the quad to pick up your actual ticket. The event is only open to Spring Valley Grizzlies, so no guest passes are being issued this year. You can also buy tickets at the door Saturday night. The block party starts at 7 p.m. Now here's Avi with some more news around campus.
Thank you. As we get ready to celebrate our own homecoming and homecoming court, students took notice of a controversial event that took place at Durango's HOCO last month. A student who won Homecoming Queen was shut down after they put on an LGBTQ rainbow flag. Our own Chloe, Natalie, Linda, and Hayden talked to students and staff here on campus to gauge how they felt about the incident and how they would have responded.
You are love! You are perfect! You are everything you need to be!
A senior at Durango High School on Saturday, September 25th, homecoming night, got in trouble for taking out a pride flag during their speech. Josh Ocampo Loresca, a proud member of the LGBTQ+, was elected homecoming queen. After pulling out a pride flag and giving a speech, they were told it was a campus disturbance.
What do you think of this event?
I think the event in general was entirely unnecessary. Like, the student wasn't doing anything wrong. They were being proud and comfortable with who they were, so it shouldn't have had to been shut down.
I think the whole event is wrong, but in my opinion, for Josh, he shouldn't have brought the flag in the first place, only because, they were told prior to not bring any flags.
Do you see anything wrong with this speech, and why?
Absolutely not. The student speaking it was passionate. They were comfortable. They wanted other students to feel that love that they have for everyone and themselves. And in the general scheme of things, there's nothing wrong with that.
No, the speech is not wrong because honestly, you should be loved for who you are and whatever you identify as and who you like. That doesn't define what's wrong with you because there's nothing wrong with you.
How does this club react to events like this?
I think the most important reaction is to not stay silent so we can avoid events like this happening, because events like what happened at Durango is problematic because it makes the LGBT community feel like they have something to be ashamed of. They feel targeted, they feel unsafe, they feel unsupported. So one of the major responsibilities of our GSA club is to make sure those things don't happen. So whenever we hear of things like that happening, we have to be loud, we have to be active, we have to stand up, and we have to speak up.
What would you do or think if an event like this happened here at Spring Valley?
I think it's an important message to get out, and I hope that any student that wants that message out comes talk to like a counselor or the GSA advisor, a safe adult, and say, I want this message out. How can I go about getting it out so that there are no barriers to it?
After the parent and teacher conference, Josh can now continue attending school. Now back to you at the studio.
That incident is a reminder of why everyone should feel included and respected. Nevada Governor Steve Sisolak proclaimed that the first week of October is Nevada Week of Respect for 2021. Since it is happening at the same time as Spring Valley's Homecoming Spirit Week, the Nevada Week of Respect has the goal of decreasing bullying and cyberbullying in Nevada by creating a culture of understanding, empathy, and equality. During the week, Spring Valley will offer activities that will promote a respectful learning environment and help foster a community where people feel safe, included, accepted, valued, and respected, regardless of their differences. Remember to take your Upstander pledge. All this month, we will continue bringing you information on the Hispanic culture as part of Hispanic Heritage Month. Did you know that Costa Rica is Earth's 17 mega-diverse nations? In fact, Costa Rica houses 5% of the world's biodiversity. If you would like to learn more about the culture and join your school in celebrating Hispanic heritage, Soul meets the first and third Friday of every month. Our Key Club's members have been hard at work, and we want to give them a big shout out for earning more than 1,000 service hours in the month of September. Keep up the good work. We are happy to see the effect it has on our community. Now here's Ypsera with our sports news.
Thank you. The football team is having a great season and ready to get the crowds excited for this week's homecoming football game.
How do you like this season so far?
So far, things are going well, and I think we're on the rise, so that's a good thing.
Our own Coach Teal was actually just honored last week as the Raiders Coach of the Week. Right now, our football team is 2-3, and this week they plan to dominate against Bonanza. Our Grizzlies take the field at 6 p.m. Then don't miss our band's halftime performance along with the homecoming parade and court. To kick everything off, there will be a pep rally in the quad after school. Don't miss performances by the band, color guard, and cheer. Cross Country is working on qualifying for regionals. A shout out to our runners who take on the pre-regional meet this Saturday. They will run in Boulder City this weekend to see if they qualify. Biggest congratulations to our boys and girls tennis teams as they finished their regular season yesterday. Our Grizzlies put out the fire out of the Dragons of Del Sol High School with overpowering wins. Monday, our tennis Grizzlies put their huge paw down on the Rams of Rancho High with powerful wins also. Our tennis Grizzlies both finished with a record of 13 wins against just 3 losses. They earned the third seed going into the Southern Nevada Regionals playoffs next Thursday out of 17 teams. The best record in our school's history. Way to go, tennis athletes, and best of luck in playoffs. Congratulations to the girls' JV soccer for their win against Rancho. Those Rams were no match for our ferocious Grizzlies. Jordan had a goal with an assist from Haley, while Haley had her first goal of the season with an assist from Charlotte. Lila provided the shutout. This brings our season record to 7-2. Way to go, girls. Women's soccer will play today over at Silverado with varsity playing at 4:30 and JV at 6. Men's soccer also plays today here at home with varsity at 4:30 and JV at 6. Women's volleyball plays today over at Dorel Red Rock with JV playing at 5 and varsity at 6. Then our homecoming football game kicks off against Bonanza on Friday here at home with the game starting at 6 p.m. JV's football game on Saturday has been canceled. Women's soccer also plays Saturday at Desert Oasis at 8 and 9 a.m. Come out and shout out your fellow Grizzlies. As you're ready for tomorrow's HOCO football game, remember, a school ID is required to enter all school paid events, like our football games. Without an ID, you will not be allowed to enter. Book bags are not allowed at any athletic event. And one final reminder, you must buy a ticket to all football games at ticketspicket.com. Fall season may not be over yet, but coaches are already looking ahead to winter. Any ladies looking to participate in flag football, there is an interest meeting coming up this month. Put it on your calendar, Thursday, October 14th in room 808 at 116. Everyone is welcome to join. You don't need experience to play. Now here's Esmeralda with today's weather.
Thank you. We should expect a cloudy day today with a starting off a low of 66. The temp will be rising to a high of 85 by this afternoon. For this week's forecast, we will continue seeing slowly rising temperatures before we dip into chilly temperatures next week with some cloudy and sunny days ahead. We like to take a few minutes to celebrate the September students and staff of the month. Maddie, Raiden, and Brenda bring those announcements from our principal, Mrs. Tara Powell.
Whenever you're ready. All right, for our support staff of the month, it goes to Miss Wingett. Janine French, our social worker, says, big shout out to Miss Wingett, who worked endlessly, tirelessly, with a smile on her face, along the side of our librarian, Miss Bechtel, to distribute Chromebooks to nearly 2,700 students so they could learn. Thank you and congratulations. All participants, all winners, can collect their goodies in 908 starting Tuesday. Thank you and congratulations to all.
Congrats to all of those winners. This was Avi,
Esmeralda,
And Yipsera
of the Grizzly News Network. Have a thrilling Thursday,
Grizzlies.